And a lot of fans are getting in on the games on their phones with sports books, especially since more states are making betting on the games legal. Some are raising concerns about whether this could worsen gambling addiction in America. Stephanie Haynes is live with us from Dallas, Texas, home of the Cowboys. Stephanie, a lot of people think this is no different than Powerball, buying a lotto ticket, or going to the casino. But there are some concerns about those with more addictive behavior.
Yeah, Adrienne, good morning. I spoke to a licensed counselor, and he says there really needs to be more education and more treatment options because this is becoming so ubiquitous. Case in point here at AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys, as you said, there is a lounge here that is sponsored by DraftKings. That's one of the most popular platforms. And sports betting isn't even legal here in Texas.
Football season is here, and it's the time of year when sports betting ramps up. Sportsbooks, FanDuel, and DraftKings are big business. They are on your phone, online, and in person.
We're going to be bombarded once again with DraftKings, with FanDuel, with all kinds of sports betting operations that's in our face.
Sports betting is legal in at least 30 states, and in 2022, revenue hit a record $7.5 billion, according to the American Gaming Association. The National Council on Problem Gambling estimates any given year, 2 million Americans meet the criteria for severe gambling problems. Some fear that figure may go up because of how accessible sports betting is.
Gambling addiction has sort of like morphed into something that was unheard of 2 or 3 years ago. And I get so many calls now just for sports gambling.
He says he is seeing younger and younger patients and says schools need to step up gambling awareness education programs.
I once worked with the case of a 19-year-old would get their parents to sign them up for the apps. Would lose tons of money.
Andrew Brandt runs a podcast that is sponsored by DraftKings and also served as a consultant to help draft a state bill, which included a provision for funding for gambling addiction treatment.
That is certainly a part of how all these bills get passed, because there has to be language in there to address it. What I can't tell you is how it's working.
Andrew Brandt also worked for the Packers for about a decade. And in terms of these online sports betting platforms, they all have very explicit, responsible gambling policies and warnings. The NFL in 2021 partnered with the National Council on Problem Gambling to launch this $6.2 million campaign for 3 years just to promote responsible gambling. But if you or someone you know needs help, call that number 1-800-GAMBLER, and that they will help you then. Marky, Adrienne.
All right, Stephanie, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.